Okay, y'all, so we are here in, oh gosh, we're outside of Bowling Green, Kentucky, and we're picking up an ambulance that we'll be taking back to Georgia. Yesterday, we dropped off that playground equipment about 2 hours away from here. So that went well. We got there, got that dropped off the trailer, made a little ride over here just outside of Bowling Green, which is where we are now. And we got about 3 miles ahead down the road picking up an ambulance that will be going back to Georgia. So yeah, we have learned a few things driving onto the back of my trailer with this air ride hitch. We do have to brace up the back of the trailer or else the hitch will pivot up and tear the airbags, tear the air fittings out of the airbags, which has happened to us a couple of times. I think we may have mentioned in a couple of videos, but Hotshot, if you'll follow me this way, you'll see what we. So this hitch, as we know, is an air ride hitch, and there are 2 airbags in the back down here, and the hitch pivots on this beam, on this bar right here. So this intersection right here pivots this way, and what I wasn't tracking was that if we have too much weight on the back of the trailer, this whole thing will pivot up like that, and under these aluminum covers right here, you can see the airline right there. It'll tear that airline out the top of the bag. Now I've had to replace them 3 times now, just get new fittings, screw them back in, and end up breaking the fitting off. So the airbags are fine. I don't have any leaks. But anyhow, as we go to pick up this ambulance today, we will load onto the back of the trailer and use our little stiff knees that we made. My granddaddy always called them stiff knees. So these are the braces, or as my granddaddy said, stiff knees. That's what he used to call them, stiff knees, or jack stands, type of a jack stand. I'm gonna put these under the back of my trailer. It's just a flat plate with some little angle on it. This angle is gonna hold my block of wood here, and this block of wood will go up underneath of the beam. This beam that runs down the center of the trailer here, this is gonna sit at the back of the trailer and keep the trailer from dipping down, keep from raising my hitch and tearing the air fittings off of the back. And I know, we could have used a jack stand or whatever, but this is all from scrap material that I already had at home, number one. And number two, I don't like taking my tools from home and putting them on the truck. Every truck I have will have their own equipment. I don't take my stuff from home and put it on a truck, and then I need what I need at home, and this truck is gone or that truck is gone. The home tools stay at home, and this truck will have its own tools. My toy hauler has its own tools. My motorcycle trailer has its own tools. That's how I do it. So in any event, we came up with this. The price was $3.99, so that works for me. And this is just how we're going to put this under the back of the trailer. There'll be 2 of them, one under each beam, and it will keep the back of the trailer from dipping down and raising that hitch up like we're talking about, tearing my air fittings off. So yeah, we do have our new microphones. You probably can see this on me now. So this is our first video shooting with the new microphones. Hopefully the audio quality will be a lot better for you guys. And also, we will be eventually introducing Hotshot Shorty. I don't know if you guys have been paying much attention, but he's kind of like, I guess, Wilson on Tool Time. He is usually behind the camera and not in front of the camera, and we have purposely not been showing him on camera. So, we'll just build a little anticipation for Hotshot Shorty, and he will be on the camera live and in person sooner than later. Make sure we got the back wheel captured on the frame. Right here.
on coming. You good on the yellow side. Keep on coming. Alright. Keep on coming. Alright, start cutting the other way. There you go. You good. Start cutting the other way, yeah. Come on back with it. Keep on coming. Keep on coming. Alright, let me check your front. Come on back a little bit. You take the other side.
All right, good morning, guys and girls. We are headed to Macon, Georgia now to pick up our reload. We just dropped off the ambulance that we brought back from Kentucky. So, a pretty cool outfit. We dropped that ambulance off to a place where they actually build ambulances. So, we got to go inside, see the actual aluminum box that is the ambulance body on the rear of the chassis. They start from scratch, just an empty aluminum box. It's pretty neat to see that operation and that outfit. They said they build those ambulances and ship them all over the world. They ship them to Puerto Rico and Mexico and Canada. So it was pretty cool to see that. But anyhow, we did get it off the trailer. We ended up backing up to a slope dock that they had, and I was able to extend my ramps off the back of the trailer, which kind of almost came off straight level off the back of the trailer. This is a straight deck trailer, so we don't have the flip over ramps on the back of the trailer. And took us actually, I don't want to say it was quite a bit of work to get the ambulance on here, but when we picked that up in Kentucky, it took me about an hour riding around with the chief EMS person at the facility where we picked up the ambulance, because we had to ride around town to find an embankment that we could back up to decrease the angle of our ramp so we could get it on the trailer. But that's a cool thing. It was a small town up in Kentucky where we were at. I think he told me their population in that county was 300,000 people in the whole county. But when you get to these small towns and small counties like that, they have a can-do attitude about just being able to get it done. He said, come on, hop in the truck with me. We'll go see what we can find. So we hopped in the truck and we rode around for probably about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, looking at possible options on how we would be able to get the ambulance onto the trailer. We did find a spot. He called the chief of police. The chief of police called Parks and Recreations. We ended up loading it onto the trailer off of a embankment that was at a local park that was under construction. So it was just cool for them to be able to, one guy calls the next guy calls the next guy. He's able to say, yeah, man, this will work, bring it on over, we'll get it done. That can-do attitude, man, I really appreciate that. We got it on the trailer and made the drive back down to Georgia with it last night. We went home last night. This was delivering about an hour and a half away. Got over there this morning, and again, that same can-do attitude. People were like, we'll just get on down here with it, and we got some blocks, and we got some shorter ramps, and, we got some embankments, and we'll figure out how to get it off. So, we all worked together, man. We got it off. Actually getting it on and getting it off the trailer wasn't an issue. It was just finding that right spot to be able to back the trailer to and, decrease our angle on our ramp. So, anyhow, we have that over and done with. We are headed to Macon, Georgia to pick up a load that will be going to Houston, Texas, and then Cibolo, Texas. Scratch that. That's going to Dallas, Texas, and then Cibolo, Texas. So, yeah, we're going to head over here this morning. We should be there about 9:30, another 45 minutes roundabout. and we'll get this on a trailer and start headed for Texas. So we appreciate you guys watching. I want to give a quick shout out to Aaron Mobley. He hit me up and been posting some pictures of what he's been hauling. He has a 40-foot, I think it's a Big Tex trailer that Aaron hauls. He's also got a 3-car, I think it's a Kaufman low profile trailer. So he has a car trailer and a flatbed trailer. So he showed me a picture last night. He had looked like 2 giant electric motors. I think he said they were about 13,000 pounds. So he's got those on his truck headed wherever he's taking him. So ride safe, brother. Be safe. Be careful. Everybody else that's watching, man, you guys be safe. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, so we are now in Macon, Georgia. We're supposed to be reloading here with a pickup going to Texas. And so we are waiting because they are still pulling our load together inside. That's what the driver on the forklift just told me. So there was another truck behind us, but I guess they have his stuff ready, so they went on to pull him inside. We've been here just about an hour, 55 minutes, so we've been here just about an hour right now. But, you know, it is what it is. The guy on the forklift was cool. He said, man, as soon as he get the load together inside, he'll load us up real fast. So, you know, it's not horrible. You know, I use this time to just do a little look over on my truck, look at my hubs, look at my tires, you know, pop the hood, look at the fluids. Just, you know, a little preventive maintenance checks and stuff like that. So just looking over things that during the course of the week when you're running hard and, you know, you're not looking. You know, when you got some downtime like this, you need to be productive with it. So there's that. Hopefully he'll get us loaded and we get out of here and make our way to Dallas. Me in Dallas tomorrow morning. That's the plan. So we'll let you know. Okay, we're back. We have this loaded up down here in Macon. This is going to, first stop is Dallas, Texas, which is one of these 2 pallets on the front. The rest of it is going to Cibola, Texas. And this is our finished product. So we got it strapped down, we have it tarped down. We just use a piece of 4x4 dunnage here to hold the front lip of our tarp down. The key, man, to these tarps riding good is to get it secure on the front edge so that you don't get any wind underneath of it. And then what we did, we actually used a piece of rope and we just went back and forth lacing it up under the bottom through the D-rings here. And basically we just tied onto the D-ring on that side, came out, hit this D-ring, went back under that side and just kind of laced the whole thing together underneath like a corset. So under the bottom of this pallet, all the way down here, it's all laced together just like a woman's corset. And then we tied it off at the back. Straps over the top of it, edge protectors just because. And then here is our boxed tarp set where we just kind of tarp this box section back here. Same deal, 4x4 piece of dunnage here, just holding it down at the front, keeping the wind out of it. The flaps that come on the side of this, which this is a lumber style type tarp, so it's got the flap that comes over to about here on the front, and under this front flap here, this front cover, there's bungee cords that go across here, keeping them wrapped in and keeping it pulled in. Then this goes on the outside, and that way you don't get any air inside of it. Goes on the outside, keeps it nice and aerodynamic. It's just like wrapping a Christmas gift. So you wrap the edges, you know, you do your underneath part first, you do over the top next, wrap it back, all the air flows through on the outside. We strap underneath of the bottom here. In this case, we use bungee cords, so there's bungee cords that go under here. And if you guys have watched our previous videos, you will have seen the little push stick that we use to push that through, push the bungee cord out on the other side, and then we'll hook it to one of our D-rings on the other side. So this tarp is a fitted tarp, if you will, and it has 3 bands of webbing on it like this that have D-rings on it. So, I mean, I've done this before in the past, and, you know, trucker style tarps or lumber tarps or whatever you want to call them, these are the best to have, man. You got just regular gray tarps or the blue tarps, they don't have this webbing going down the side. you can't secure them tight on the load. They're flapping in the wind, and that costs you miles per gallon, to be honest. That costs money right out of your pocket. So any money you thought you were saving on the tarp, you burning it up in the tailpipe. When you can, get you some actual trucking tarps, and you'll have 3 or 4 sets of webbing going down the side, depending on how big a drop you got. These are actually 8-foot drop tarps, and this load is really only a little bit over around about 4 feet high. So one of the other points that I wanted to make, if you'll look and see how all of our hooks come to the outside, so the hook comes like this, not like that. If you turn your hook over the other way and you get it what I call incorrect, this hook will end up wearing a hole in your tarp right here. So man, hook it where all your hooks come out. Your round edge of this hook is against your tarp here and not this part here, and this will help your tarps last a lot longer. So tarps, $600, $700, $800,000 for a set of tarps. So take care of them, man. Just little things like that. All of my hooks, anywhere we hooked onto this, even under the bottom, the hooks hook down under the bottom like this. So all of my hooks point out, away from the tarp. So that's it. Whatever we had left over, we just strap it down there, put a strap on top of it to hold it in place. So honestly, I don't anticipate any problems with this load. We should be able to run this all the way to Texas, and other than stopping to check it, I shouldn't have to add anything to it to finish securing it. I'm really pleased with how it got strapped down on here and how the tarps are secure. So I expect this will ride well all the way to Dallas. So we'll see y'all in Dallas.